Okay, so now we're getting into quadratic equations. Do you guys remember that from the test? Y equals x squared plus 5. Now, you probably don't know how to graph this, so there's lots of things you could do. You could put it in Desmos if you wanted to, or you could just substitute into my equations. And what makes this quadratic is because the highest degree is 2. But anyway, let's do the question. The question says if y equals x squared plus 5, find the value of y for each of the following values of x. Okay, so let's do it by substitution. Okay, so we can say a, x equals 2, y equals 2 squared plus 5, which is equal to 4 plus 5, because 2 squared is 4, plus 5, and that's equal to 9. Done. B, just substitute your values. B equals 0. For B, x equals 0. I got that from right here. Okay, so y equals 0 squared plus 5. Well, that's simple. It's just equal to 5. C, x, erase. X equals minus 2. So y would be equal to minus 2 squared plus 5. What happens to this minus 2? Minus 2 squared is just equal to 4 plus 5, which is equal to 9. Now, something that I want to take note here is when x is minus 2, or 2, y equals 9. Just pay attention to that later. Just keep that in mind. And if you look at the question, it's kind of setting it up the same way. Like if I look at this, D is 10, and E is going to be negative 10. And you're going to see that it's going to equal the same thing. But, I mean, that's what the question's trying to show you. So let's try that again. Y equals, let's do question D. X equals 10. Y is equal to 10 squared plus 5, which means y equals 100 plus 5, which is equal to 105. When we look at E, and x equals minus 10, y is going to be equal to minus 10 squared plus 5, which is equal to 100 plus 5, which is equal to 105. Notice again, it didn't matter that it was negative or positive. The y ended up being 105. Okay, so let's just plot these points and see what happens. I know for homework I asked you guys to plot a bunch of quadratic equations, so let's just see what happens. So, let's change the color. So I'm going to plot A first, which is x equals 2, and y equals 9. Let's erase that. And then my next point is going to be 0 and minus 2. 0, minus 2. And my next point is going to be, see, don't make that mistake. Made a mistake here. My point is actually B is right here. X equals 0, y equals 3. So my point is actually there. My next point is going to be minus 2 and 9. Minus 2 and 9. So you can see there's almost a symmetry. And my point after that for 10 and 105, it's not even going to be on my graph. Okay, so the graph's kind of looking like that. If we go to Desmos, let's go to Desmos. Where's Desmos? Here we go. Y equals x squared. Where is x squared plus 5? Okay, we're going to be spending a lot of time learning about parabolas. Okay, so if we look at that, at x equals 0, y equals 5. At, what was the value? 2? Why am I not getting this? Here we go. Oh, 2 is here. That's why. I'm going at the second. 2 is right down here. I see. At y equals 2. And it doesn't work that well on the iPad. But you can play around with it. At y equals 2, you can see it's 9. Oh, there we go. I can't get it. There we go. 2 and 9. All right, so that's it for question 4.